Hey guys, welcome back again to the Hillside Palette Garden, and it's another October fall update. Now, what I like growing almost more than anything else are beans. Okay, I started growing beans when I was a kid. It's one of the first things I ever grew, and I mean, just look at these guys. These now the beans are basically limited by the structure that you're going to give them. And this, with the T-post, the deer netting, and the chicken wire that surrounds my pallet garden, which is necessary because the deer love the beans just as much as I do. So if you don't fence them in or cage them up, something's going to eat them because legumes are very sweet and have a lot of sugars to them, which is going to be very attractive to maybe even raccoons in your area as well. So pound for pound, growing pole beans is going to give you tons more productivity than a bush bean. However, sometimes maybe you're limited in space and bush beans is all you really have space to grow. But I mean, these pole beans just grow in absolute just giant clusters. Now these are called Fat Man beans. This is a West Virginia heirloom. They're big white beans inside, which can be eaten fresh or dried. Like I'm letting these pods here go completely dry. You can kind of hear that sound. Let the pods completely dry, and use those as a soup bean. These are these are really old heirloom style beans. So I'm trying to save the seeds and maybe do a seed giveaway. Maybe just trying to spread the genetics around, kind of give everyone a little taste of little Appalachian beans in their garden as well. But that being said, it's getting towards end of October here, and we're probably due a frost by now. But I saw the forecast. We probably got 2 more weeks of weather that's not going to frost. I'm trying to save, and as beans are a very hot weather crop, they're not going to be producing any more fruit than they already have on there. So what I'm going to go through, and these beans here, now you got to get there's a fine line. Like these right here are a little bit past eating stage, and they're over halfway to where they're going to start developing the seeds. So these pods would not be good to eat or cook with. But if you get something like this right down here, if I can get you under this leaf, this pod right here, this is perfect for eating. Okay, just like any other bean that you would pick on a like a bush or a vine like that, that's going to be delicious. Tons of protein in these beans. They will have strings on them. Okay, these are old heirlooms, so yeah, they're going to have strings on them, which makes sure you string your beans. Not big deal. Tons of videos on how to do that. I can show you guys how to do that maybe at the end of this video if I can get a way to record that. But I'm going to go through this plant, and basically anything that is not going to mature into seeds, I'm just going to pick those off, and I'm just going to boil them up, and I'm going to cook them in the traditional Appalachian way. And I have been toying with an idea, guys. If you are interested, I'd be more than happy to do a cooking video to kind of show you how I always prepare my green beans and like I said, the traditional methods. If that's something that you're possibly interested in, let me know in the comments down below. If I get, we'll say 10, 15 people that say yes, they want to see a cooking video on how to make heirloom Appalachian beans from scratch, I'll do it. Okay, guys? Been kind of toying with that idea, going back and forth for a while. I grow so many things. Might as well show you how I cook them. Maybe you're not interested at all, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's plenty of other things to watch on YouTube. If you don't want to watch me cook, I'm not going to hurt my feelings, guys. I know why people come and go because that's what they want to look at. But like here in this bean, it's like a jungle, right? That's what I always liked about beans growing as a kid, because like they're growing up everywhere. And this right here, this is a nice, super tender bean. They may not even have strings. So let me show you real quick how to harvest beans. If you've never harvested beans or just kind of curious, real simple. Kind of get your hand, set it behind it, see where the bean kind of grows into the plant, little notch right here. What I do, and it's always very productive, take your index finger, put it behind it, take your thumb like this, right? And you're just gonna, as you take a leaf off at the same time, but there you go. You just, real quick, easy harvest. Let me show you again with one of these pods here. Now this was, like I said, you're not gonna eat this one because it's way past its prime, but you're just gonna kind of put your thumb like this. There you go, bean comes off intact. And hopefully you don't damage your plant. So you don't ever want to see people grabbing this and they're just like yanking on the bean. Okay, that's how you pull the beans off. That's how you rip the plant, and you're gonna basically stop the growth of that part. You can kind of tell by the colors. So I hope that helps. See how it's really pale? You would never eat that. Okay, that pod would be bitter and really tough. Let that develop to be your seeds for, like I said, saving your seeds or making a dried bean for like just wintertime for your soups, like white beans and ham or something like that, which is also one of my favorite bean recipes. So to keep that in mind for future episodes, perhaps. But I mean, this thing is just so prolific. I have 4 or 5 bags, about pounds of just frozen already, and I only have 1, 2, 3 plants. and it just absolutely just monstrously just keeps producing. And I know if anyone's ever grown beans, you get a lot. Okay, so this plant here is pretty much dead, and it has a couple pods still on it. I'll let these guys grow. But there you go. For some reason, this plant just kind of bit the dust. Not a big deal. The season's going to end pretty soon anyway, so not much you can do to really prolong a bean's life like you can like a tomato or a pepper, kind of like, protecting it, things like that. There's really no reason to even try, because the beans, as soon as it starts getting cold and the light kind of goes down, you can already tell. I live near an airport, but you can also tell that these leaves are turning yellow, falling off just like the fall leaves on the trees. These plants are about had it. So now's about the time you need to just go through one fell swoop, pick off all the beans you're going to eat for yourself, fresh, and let the rest go. Okay, so that's a little tip from here on the Hillside Garden with your late season on your pole beans. And remember, the comments down below. If you want to see how I cook the beans, how I string the beans, you know what? I'll do it if I get enough requests. How about that? All right, guys, a short little video from the Hillside. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you like heirloom vegetables growing organically, and just how much you can produce in a small little backyard here in an urban setting. Until next time, guys, thank you for my Hillside, and I'll hope to see you again. Bye-bye.